following Doctor Who since the new series began, but even though it is probably the most merchandise-loaded series I've ever seen in my life, I've never owned a bit of it. Until recently. Because any Doctor Who fan at some point needs to get their own sonic screwdriver. At 9 inches long retracted, 10 inches extended, it's an accurate-sized roleplay toy. It's cast largely in gold plastic, with a frightening level of glitter to it. It might be a layer of paint creating that look, but even the internals seem to be molded in this stuff. The rest is cast in metallic silver and translucent green for the core, which all does look good. The emitter on top houses the LED for the electronic features, surrounded by the claws of the screwdriver, which don't actually close in as much as they should. Texture-wise, there's a lot of attention to detail as well, with the handle having the appropriate indents on the ivory painted sections and a leathery texture on the black thumb grip. On said grip, you have 2 buttons. The smaller one triggers the LED and sound effects, and alternates between 2 pitches. There's also some bonus noises, but getting them's pretty convoluted. Hit the button twice and then hold it down to get a laser noise. Next, hit the button 3 times and then hold it down to get a glitchy sound. I do like the bonus noises, especially the malfunctioning one, which is heard often in the show, but there wasn't an easier way to trigger them? On the upside, I do like how the LED lights in response to the pitch of the sound effects. It's a good attention to detail. Now the larger button, and this should be obvious. It releases the catch to extend the screwdriver, and it is a powerful spring, deploying it very fast. Here the core is now visible, as are the wires inside it, but it adds an extra layer of detail I like, and it looks cool with the claws open. Now the good news here is this is a 1-button version. On the 11th screwdriver, in this mode, a button on the bottom had to be hit to make noises play. Here, the same button on the thumb grip still plays the sound effects, fixing a problem that never should have existed in the first place. Now the bad news. Aside from that, it's the same toy made 4 years ago, which was very problematic. The extra sound effects were known to burn out the sound chip in the toy, probably from how many times you had to hit the button. Also, the spring is so powerful, releasing it wears on the latch holding it in place, meaning eventually it won't be able to retract. And I was going to admit that only time would tell if the gold plastic was actually going to be problematic. However, as I was writing this script that I am reading right now, I looked the screwdriver over again and found this. This crack was caused from twisting the toy open to examine. That's how you get to the battery compartment. I did that maybe 4 times for this review, and this damage is the result. So between the fragile plastic and the powerful spring, this might be a shrapnel launcher one day. And an expensive one. Some places retail this thing for $35, which even well-made would be too expensive. I can admit it's a neat toy and it is fun to play with, but no part of it holds up to scrutiny. It is poorly made, overpriced, prone to multiple failures, and aside from the 1 button, it fixes none of the issues they knew about 4 years ago, which means the price is an even bigger ripoff. Even if you're willing to replace it like every 3 months, there is no part of me that can recommend this toy. It's a piece of junk. It just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I need to fix this. Tell you what, we're gonna go from one of the most over-merchandised series of all time to one of the most least merchandised series, and one that really deserves more. When we open tomorrow's present, something very dear to my heart.